Alright guys, check it out. So this is your packaging, this is our box, this here is our S10. Now, pretty standard box, kind of shows a blueprint here on the front. Let's open it up and see what it comes with. Alright, so this here's everything that we get. So it seems quite daunting, but however, it is quite simple. So obviously you have your robot vacuum here, you have your auto emptying station, and then you also have your water station. Now that is the unique kicker that we haven't seen before. So this has its own separate water station. Now looking at the actual robot vacuum itself, pretty cool. It does contain a LiDAR SLAM system in there, so it does constantly scan the room, which is great. And then on the front here, it has a little camera, which is actually has its own little AI camera in there. So it does record and take pictures, but it won't actually store it anywhere, like in the clouds or whatnot. It just has it based on its own local system, so it can recognize things, which is great. You do have your push sensor, and then this one also has a roller, so that's kind of cool too. So not your typical spinning mop, it's a roller mop. Although it doesn't go all the way across, that's interesting, but it should work quite fine. And then it will constantly wash itself as it's using it, so you always have that nice clean mop. It does have a dual spring suspension for our wheels, and then does have a revolver here for collecting our dirt. And it does come with our brush here as well as a second one too, so you do get two of those. In terms of units that do come out, so over here we'll have, so this here's for our water, and then over here we have a way to remove our actual brush. You open up the lid here, this here will be our dirt. So this will come out just like that, and it does come with a little brush here as well as a detangling blade. And then over here you have your power button, and that is about it in terms of a nutshell in terms of what this particular unit is. So this here is our base station, so pretty simple. I like the fact that it's nice and small, and that's because obviously it has a separate water system, so you don't have to worry about that all being in one enclosed space. Over here you open up the lid and you can actually see the dust bag. It does come with a water leak detector. That's kind of cool. They included that as well. Alright, sweet. So yeah, Switchbot makes a lot of different products. So this was great, so you can technically add that to the area in case there is a leak. It'll notify you. It does come with 3 bags total for dust collecting. So you can see that one's already plugged in. You just go ahead and remove it by simply lifting it up just like that. And then once it fills up, you just go ahead and swap it out. Close that off for now. And then on the bottom here, it just kind of goes in here, it'll charge, and that is about it. So all in all, everything you would want, including a brush. So yeah, let's go ahead and set this thing up next and try it out. All right, so before we get started, I wanted to show you the Autofill and Drain water station. Now, the way this works is you keep it like this is one setup where the robot vacuum will come here, attach, get clean water and expel dirty water both into these two different containers. See that right here? And on the side here, you'll see a USB-C cable plugged into this as well as Bluetooth connectivity. And if you are having it this route, you would actually connect the lines to both corresponding units. Now, the other option is to have it directly plugged into a plumbing unit. So you just go ahead and detach it just like that. And then you can have this like underneath the sink or whatever. And then you run these two lines into the plumbing. So you'll have your clean water coming in one, and then one going into the expel, so the dirty water. Now it does come with a variety of different plumbing components. So you have different pieces that you can use to make this work. And then you also have your T's as well as your washers. Now for this setup here, a little bit more simpler in that setup, but you do add soap this way, and then you can go ahead and change the filter over here. But yeah, it's actually a really cool concept, and I think I'm excited to see how this plays out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and have it installed with this particular unit. Again, so the way you would work is just kind of slide right on top just like this, and then from there you'll plug it on this side and run the wires on the back. So yeah, let's go ahead and set this thing up next and try it out. All right, so we're all set and ready to go. I went ahead and installed our robot vacuum right over there. We have our app pulled up, and then we have our washing station right over there. So a bit of a distance between the two. Now it does connect via Bluetooth, which is kind of cool because it can communicate and knows exactly where it is. You will obviously assign it in the app, which I'll be showing you. But for instance, if I just lift the clean water tank, you can hear it saying that it knew that it was removed. So that is pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the app here. So if I click on our particular robot vacuum here, I did a scan of the room, and you can already see it labels everything, which is really neat. So you have your A, your B, C, D, based on whichever rooms you want. Technically, you can go ahead and customize it as well, so it's really up to you. And then right over there, you can see where I labeled our water tank. Now that works under the settings. You can see the map, and from here you can choose different maps. So if you have different floors, but if you click on edit here, you can create no-go zones, edit rooms, door sill, etc. And yeah, it's pretty convenient and quite user-friendly. Now under functions here, if I click this, I can go into settings and I can mark our water station. This is how I marked this particular one here. So once you mark it, it'll go out there, scan for it, and once it detects it, it'll know exactly where it is to go and essentially grab the water when need be. Now you can also do wash mop, dry mop, empty dust. That all happens within this particular unit, as well as that unit right over there. Now back into functions, under settings, you have some other ones as well, including your cleaning frequency, maintenance, and drying time. So it gives you a good amount of customizations. And then under this settings here, which we kind of already looked at, map, but you also have scheduling, so you can technically schedule different rooms for different times, so that's kind of nice too. You have your carpet cleaning, so it'll actually increase the suction power when it enters a cleaning area in terms of carpet goes. And then it'll actually raise the mop once it detects carpet as well, so that's always a nice function. And then of course you can change your audio settings in terms of volume, different voices, different languages based on where you're based off. You have your Wi-Fi settings, you have your logs, your maintenance, more features. So you have child lock, auto, reduce collision mode, etc. Manual control, so you can technically control it as an RC. You have your humidifier settings, so this is kind of neat too. So you can go and mark a humidifier, so pretty interesting. I guess they have a different device that lets you do that. And then under other settings here, you have Find Robot. So if you happen to lose it, you have your cloud services, your NFCs, and that's about it in terms of that goes. And then on the bottom right here, you have your vacuum mode. So you click this, you can change the different suction power from standard to strong to max. And then of course you also have your quiet mode. You also have your vac and mop. So you can change the level of frequency of how wet you want it to be. And now from there, you can pick and choose the full house, or you can select a specific room that you want to clean, like this. And then you also have an area to clean too if you want to just do that. So if we're just going to test this out, I'm going to test and clean this particular area that we're in, like this. And I'm just going to show you a quick little brief demo. So I have on vac and mop. So theoretically, it should go to the mopping station and collect some water.
Vacuum and mop mode.
There we go. All right, you see it coming out.
Cleaning.
Got a really nice loud voice.
Locating successful. Wetting roller mop. Clean water tank is out of water.
All right, so it detected that there's no water in the water tank in this particular vacuum. So it's going to be going to our base station, which is right over there for our water. So this is interesting.
Exchanging water.
All right, so it's taking the clean water and it's going inside the robot vacuum. Now we added the soap in there, so it's going to be like a soapy water, so that's kind of cool too. And then the dirty water will be expelled in there.
Water refill completed. Wetting roller mop.
All right. There you have it. We have ourselves a wet mop pad. Wow, look at that. And off it goes. Now it does show its live location right over there in terms of where it is in real time. You can already see it mopping, leaving its streaks, and it's got a very pleasant smell based off that soapy water. And you can see here on real time showing exactly where it is. Now it's relying, it looks like, more or less on the push sensor in terms of maneuvering itself. Right now it's doing the edges. Boom, there you go. So I actually bumped it pretty hard. Interesting. Alright, so now it does have a LiDAR, so it is scanning. But as you can tell right now, it's just doing the boundaries of the particular room. Alright, and now it's begun. Alright, so yes, you do get that pattern, which is great. And this, honestly, like the best way of cleaning these floors is to have that zigzag pattern. I feel like it's the most beneficial. You can see it going over and over itself again, which is kind of cool too. So it does make sure it doesn't really like leave any streaks. So kind of go over that one more time. And it's quite meticulous from what I'm seeing. And then you can hit stop.
I've been paused.
So you can pause it, go back to charge, and hit end now.
Returning to wash. Locating.
So once it's completed, it's going to go back to the wash station and essentially expel out the dirty water.
Exchanging water.
So again, it'll exchange the water, it'll get rid of the dirty water, and then it'll put the clean water in there. And I'll tell you exactly what's happening right now. So it's extracting the wastewater, which is going to go into this container right over here.
Water refill completed. Starting to deep clean.
Alright, so now it's cleaning itself. Now the nice thing about this app is if you go in like automation here, you can do a lot of different things in terms of like auto cleaning and, you know, hooking up your lights. This company sells a lot of different products. And then you can see here they have a variety of different products here that you can technically hook up, from like a remote control to lighting, things like that. They have curtains, they have a hub, yeah, quite a few different things. And then you have a little Switchbot, which is like a clicker. So that's kind of cool too. And then if you kind of scroll up here, you can actually see what they're highlighting, which is the one that we're reviewing as we speak. There you go, look at that. So yeah, so automatically refills and drains the water, kind of looking like that, going into the plumbing. Here you go, better aspect of it.
Refill completed. Starting to deep clean. Exchanging water.
So you can see here how it looks. And then the dust bags are about 10 weeks each. 6,000 PA, so a good amount of suction. And
Water refill completed.
yeah.
Washing waste filter.
This actually does a pretty good amount of cleaning for deep cleaning wise. So now we're washing the filter. Okay, interesting.
Okay, got it. Going back to charge now.
All right, so now that it's done cleaning itself, it's gonna go back to the charge station. And since it did vacuum, it should empty its contaminants inside the dust bag.
Starting to empty dust. Trying roller mop.
So now it's going to dry the mop. So it works all in here. So it has a dust bag right in here. And it also dries this particular vacuum mop over here as well. So everything works inclusive with this, which is really nice. And yeah, there you have it. All right, so let's test out the cleaning power. So I went ahead and sprinkled some dust and some dirt over there. And we're going to run this across and see how effectively it cleans. Let's have at it.
Locating successful.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Nothing. All gone. All right, so up next, we're gonna see how well this thing mops. So I went ahead and put some ketchup here on the ground. Let's have at it.
Successful.
All right. All right, check that out. Nice and clean. And yeah, definitely passes the test. All right, well, there you guys have it. Overall, a pretty cool robotic vacuum. I love the fact that it has a separate water tank, so you could technically hook it up with your plumbing and never have to worry about cleaning or swapping out the water in general. Now, once again, if you guys wanted your very own, check out the link down below in the description. And with that said, if you guys have any questions at all, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.